you guys doing today? How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day. It's a wonderful day because Manny Pacquiao won last night. The Filipino Pride. He's just an amazing person. We're going to react to the full post-fight press conference in this video. But I just wanted to say a few words about Manny, how much he inspires me to be good, to be better, to be positive, and do all the right things in life, because that's exactly what he's doing in this stage of his life. He's doing all the right things, saying all the right things, proving all the right things, and he's just a special, special man. And I have so much respect for Manny Pacquiao. We all know how he grew up on the streets. He had to fight every day just to live at a young age. Didn't even have shoes when he was like 5 years old. Not until like 6, I think he said, until he got a pair of shoes. But he absolutely helped his family. He made money any way he could, and he's just a blessed man because of it. That's why he is who he is, and that's why he's such a fighter. Even at age 40, winning against Thurman, which is 10 years younger. 10 years younger. Can you imagine 40 and then you're fighting a 30-year-old? I mean, right there should be a little advantage for Thurman, but last night, not so much. Manny was too fast. Manny was too skilled. Manny brought the power when he connected, and Manny has that experience that we all know he has. Been fighting for over 25 years, knocking people out. He may not have got a knockout last night, but he did knock Thurman, one-time Thurman, on his butt, and he landed on his butt one time, didn't he? Anyway, so we're gonna check out the full post-fight press conference right now. This is pretty exciting. Let's do it. You like that?
Let's give it up for Keith. And see here, my man.
Well, you got Keith.
And we're going to bring Keith up to make an opening statement.
Keith's good now.
And then we'll get started. We'll get it.
I give him my respect. He's good.
My man. Wonderful.
What's up, everybody?
Dang, his face. Ow.
You know, the opening rounds didn't start off the way that I wanted them to. Manny Pacquiao had a lot of momentum from the knockdown.
Yeah, he did.
I ended up
Manny's bruised.
paying attention to the rounds. By the time we hit the 7th, I was like, damn, we're in the 7th already.
Quick, like Manny.
Really flew by. As my original trainer said, smart fighters win, dumb fighters lose. There was just some adjustments that I didn't make.
Did he just call himself dumb? You ain't dumb, bud. You ain't dumb.
Obviously, he caught me with my hands down.
Yeah, he did.
In the first round.
One time.
I was aware
on the ground.
Manny Pacquiao's springiness. I was aware that I should have done my head movement, but being aware and doing what you need to do are two different things in the ring.
Absolutely.
So like I always said, I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. I was beaten tonight, and that's the sport of boxing, baby. But your boy Keith One Time is here.
Wow.
I'm not going nowhere.
He's accepted it. That's good. See, that gives me so much respect for Thurman, because he can accept when he's beat. He knew he was beat. That last, that fight against Bruner is just delusional. I think he got hit too many times against Manny, and he just didn't know what he was doing. But that just shows you what kind of professional Keith Thurman is. He may talk a lot of smack, but when it comes down to it and he loses, he can say, man, I lost, and it's because of me. It's because of me. I knew what to do and I didn't do it. And you gotta do all those things when you fight Manny Pacquiao, because if you don't, your ass is gonna be on the ground just like Thurman's was.
All right, thank you, Keith. Appreciate that. And coming up now, the new WBA Super Champion, Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Senator, baby.
Let's give it up for Manny. Great performance, man.
Thurman looks a little rough. How's Manny's face?
Good evening, everyone.
Looking good. Some bruising.
I mean, I did my. He did it bad.
He's covering his eyes, though.
I'm sure the fans is very happy because of the result. Although in favor of me, but I want to clap my opponent. That he's very tough.
Yeah, he is. He's a champ.
I can say he's heavy-handed, man. Not like other opponent that I faced for. This guy is he can fight. You know, his journey is not in this tonight.
Right.
There's a lot of future to fight.
A lot of future.
But the good don't be discouraged. This is part of boxing, and I know.
He didn't crucify him though, did he?
The journey is not over here. It's not finished. This guy is he's a warrior.
Manny's showing all kinds of respect. I like it. I like it.
This guy is heavy-handed, man. It's kind of opponent that you know you can't underestimate. So, but thank you. I mean, of the support. Because I did my hard work training for this fight.
Yes.
I think
you got to, or you wouldn't be there.
Because I got hit in the first round, and that's the key. I think that's the turning the point of being a winner tonight. Just but
opening eyes, man.
So thank you so much for all your support, media, press. Because of you, thank you so much.
See, very respectful. They talk to each other very respectful then.
Up for questions. We have one right here.
Very respectful. That's awesome.
Let me start with Keith. Keith, great fight tonight. I wonder, first of all, there was a lot of talk about Manny being 40 years old before the fight and being a legend. When you got him in the ring, how was he different than you thought? Was he faster, and was there any way that...
What do you got to say, Thurman? You got to say something.
Well, he was fast, he was strong.
Yeah, he's strong.
You know, the short steps,
that power, man.
Everything that Manny Pacquiao always has been, you know, he has a lot of it still left in him. I felt like, you know, I was going to give him a pressing fight, you know, even though he knocked me down. I didn't care, I want to be in his face. I felt like he was getting a little bit tired in the later rounds, but he does train hard. You know, he trains hard. He kept his hands up. He's been in so many wars that now he knows
experience, man,
what not to do. You know, he knows how to utilize his defense a little better, and that was a little bit
a surprise
to me.
The defense.
I knew going into this fight that he's been the more active fighter.
Yeah, the offense, man.
And even at the age of 40, that's probably the best thing he had going for him, is the constant activity to keep him staying in shape. You know, I told everybody I'm getting back this year after 2 years, and I just thought that Keith Thurman getting back, being the original Keith Thurman, would be able to walk away with a victory today. You know,
are you saying you're not what you was?
Training camp, I could have had a better output in my numbers to go toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao, because, you know, he always brings that the high output. But it was a great
Lots
fight,
of punches.
You know, I feel like I tested him, and I tested myself. I wish that I could have given him more.
You gained a lot here, Thurman. A lot of experience right here.
And it is what it is, man. This is a sport. You got to lock it in round by round.
That's right.
The judges, you know, they saw it their way, and he's now the new champion. Congratulations to Manny Pacquiao.
Man, the more and more I listen to Thurman, he's a bright dude. He's a smart dude. He talked that smack that I didn't like, but you're going to do that, the crucify and all that. You guys know what I'm talking about. But you got to respect what he's saying. He understands he got beat. He understands why he got beat. He even understands what surprised him about Manny. And this is going to make Keith Thurman even a better fighter. You know, I'm a Pacquiao fan. I'm a Manny Pacquiao guy. I'm on his camp. But I can respect other fighters, and the more Keith Thurman talks, I like him more. I like him more. Never, ever more than Manny, but I'm liking him more. He's growing on me a little bit from the respect that he's showing, and he can be humbled, because that's what Manny Pacquiao did. He humbled his attitude last night. Sit your ass down and be humbled. That's what Manny Pacquiao did. Let's keep going.
Thank you, Keith. Manny, one question for you, if I could, right in the front, or two questions I'll put into one. Do you think this was your best performance since you beat Margarito in Dallas? And second, you kept up a pace faster than I can remember you in a long time.
It was a fast pace.
You fought at this
yes, it was.
Last.
Woo!
What I think, can you say it again, the last?
About your pace. When was the last time you fought at this fast of a pace?
Always.
My last fight. I think I did also my last fight. I mean, I always thinking about my best in every fight. I always thinking about, you know, I will
Constant. You're
every
constant.
fight that I had in preparing of my fight. My concern is I don't want to disappoint my fans of my performance. That's why every training camp I mean,
Not just your fans, your whole country.
Right here, down front, Keith, right here.
Keith, the shot that Manny hit you with in the 5th round, how much damage did that do to your nose? And how was it for you to deal with that?
A lot of damage. Did you see it bleeding?
It wasn't that bad.
What? Come on
it just
now.
hit me in the right spot and
Come on.
leakage.
A lot of leakage.
I had my nose bleeding and sparring a little bit, so I believe that he just placed it right on the button.
Re-damaged
and
it?
Activated something that I went through in
Maybe
training
so.
camp.
I'll give you
I
that.
just had to deal with it. You know? I remember when my nose was bleeding against Diego Chavez, and it just it didn't bother me too much. I just was focused and just trying to.
That gut shot later on, though. Woo! You see that
He
one?
was quite conservative and herky-jerky. And, you know, I started to do better later on in the fight. I really thought I was putting some pressure on him, but my numbers just weren't up to par to be victorious tonight.
Right.
Okay. Dan Raphael right here.
Straight back, Manny. Congratulations on your victory. Because you're 40 years old and you just beat...
He's gonna keep going.
...welterweights out there, an undefeated champion. I wonder if you could look back over the course of your long career and try to put this where it ranks as far as the accomplishment tonight to beat this caliber of an opponent at this stage of your career.
It's pretty up there. Every world title's good, though. Great.
Where do you rank this in terms of the most important fights?
I think I can rank this like Margarito fight, like De La Hoya fight,
Yeah.
Morales fight, the Morales one, Marquez fight, Barrera fight.
Is that in order?
Huh?
Are you putting it in order, or is it
No,
among
just
those
mentioning
fights?
The fights.
The fights.
And why is
Woo!
Oh, I mean, you saw.
There's Manny, the legend, buddy.
In the ring.
You got that
my
Filipino
opponent
blood.
was very tough and strong also. First time I encountered opponent like heavy-handed like Thurman.
And is it possible to get Freddie's take on that also, since he's been with him for all those fights, Freddie?
What do you got, Freddie?
Talks about where it ranks as far as in his pantheon of great victories, particularly because of his age.
I think it was a great win. I mean, we fought a good fight. I mean, we've been off
He's
for a
got
while,
Parkinson's
and,
disease, I think.
we
So
had a great training camp, and I thought he did really well in the fight. And you know, we won a close decision, obviously, but a split decision. But like somebody said to me, like, you know, could you say goodbye after this fight? I says, neither fighter has anything to prove.
Right.
They proved so much tonight.
right. Woo-hoo.
I'll take a rest
Goosebumps.
right now, and then we'll decide what we're going to do later on. But for right now, we're just going to have a good rest.
Mark Wicker right over here.
Been there for like most of his fights. Woo!
You had things going your way. You got into the 10th round. That round was going well, and then he hit you with a body shot.
That body shot, though.
How conclusive was that in terms of the fight in the round?
It was rough.
It seemed like you did a pretty good job just to get out of that situation.
There was so much
That was rough.
going, and I felt like I was grabbing some momentum back, and in that moment, you know, I knew it was going to be difficult to really get the judges back on my side for the remainder of the championship rounds. My coach Dan Birmingham said you got to win every round.
Yeah.
I felt like I needed to possibly get a knockdown or get back. You know, I think
Right.
I ended the 10th kind of back with some trades back to Manny. But you know,
It was a defining moment.
Was, obviously hurt in that round, and I mean it was a close fight. You know, it really was. That's what boxing's all about. You just never know what's really going to happen. You know, obviously he was well prepared.
Yeah, he
He was
is.
in shape.
You wouldn't expect anything less.
To his limit, and he came out on top.
Andreas Hale.
Keith, question for you. You talk about the time off and the activity that Manny had. If you would have had another couple of fights, do you think it would have made a difference in this fight?
A little bit. I think a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
I think a little bit.
seen,
I agree.
Champions in inactivity not favor them, from time to time. But I just thought that, I would be able to do some countering, utilize my jab from the outside and really pressure him. And the way that I did, some of the things that I wanted to do, I was able to do. But ultimately, I just really feel like, in retrospect, that I fell short on the number game. A little bit of the defense due to the knockdown in the first round. He really did capitalize.
That hurt. That hurt, buddy.
Just springing at me while I was moving backwards. I could have utilized more head movement. I showed when I was juking and jiving. I was confusing Pacquiao pretty well in there. I know I have the skills to.
Should have used more of that. You're right.
But yeah, obviously, 22 months out of the game. Jose Cito Lopez and then Manny Pacquiao. I try to stay active, but maybe another fight in between would have helped.
We're going to take a couple of questions for Manny, and then he's got to go. So if you have something for Manny, Andreas.
Manny, you fought a lot of guys. Can you talk about? You said Keith Thurman's very heavy-handed. What would you rank him against with other opponents that you faced that have hit you?
He took some on the chin too last night.
It's like Margarito. Margarito is heavy-handed. But I think it's because he's big, too big for me, so that's why I feel like he has a heavy-handed.
He's got a mic.
Over here. My question for Manny. You have a career outside of the ring in which you are in a position to make decisions and utilize your thinking. And you took a lot of punishment in this fight that a lot of us hadn't seen you take before. Where do you plan to go? How far do you plan to go in boxing from this point?
How far are you going?
That you have a career outside of the ring that may be affected by some of the...
He's going to go as long as he loves it, man. As long as he loves it.
And I have a question for Thurman after you answer that question.
Okay, your question is when I'm going to retire, but I can still fight. I can give a good fight. I can entertain the fans. This is the ability that I have. This is not my own, but God gave me this ability to continue my career for a purpose.
He's blessed you.
That I'm here to inspire the fans, inspire the people of boxing. Not only that, being a role model to everyone as a follower of God, a follower of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, hold your question for Keith. Manny's got to go, so let's give it up for Manny on a wonderful performance and congratulations.
Till the next time, baby. Till the next time.
I want to thank all of you, the media, press. Because of you, we can know this event, this promoting this. Your role for this boxing event is big, so big, because you promote this. You're the one who promoted this. He's
got a fat lip. A little bruised up.
I always consider that you help a lot. My career and our career in boxing, not only because of our own ability, but because of your promotion of this boxing event.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, media and press.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, media.
My question to you, Keith. First of all, I want to commend you, Keith, for putting up a valiant fight. You did very well for yourself, in spite of the outcome of it. There was a point in the fight when you got hit with a body shot.
Go celebrate.
Seemed to make you bend over. Did that really hurt?
Did it really hurt?
Good body shot. You know, it reminded me of the Luis Collazo. It was slightly near the solar plex. It was slightly under the rib.
Woo! Woo!
It probably got me in a breathing moment. And, you know, I just wanted to recover from it. I knew he was going to put some pressure on me.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if he would walk into anything. But, you know, he's very wise in there.
He's too smart for that.
He's
too experienced.
You know, I really think that I could have pulled the fight closer to a draw without that body shot, because the later rounds are definitely starting to go my way. But, you know, there's many times in the sport of boxing where one fight changes the course of
one shot, that one punch.
He started with the knockdown in the first, and that body shot there later.
Those are the two key moments.
It was hard to convince the judges that I did enough.
Okay, this is going to be the last question for Keith. Right over here.
Two key moments.
Okay, Keith,
it can happen in one moment,
after
though.
The fight, you talked about a blessing or a lesson, I believe, and you know you kind of just touched on it with your ring generalship and your wherewithal, how you're able to recover from those big shots. So where do you see? Well, first of all, which one was it? A blessing or a lesson? This fight for you, and then where do you go from here?
It's both.
I said on the stage that it was a blessing and a lesson. You know, it was a blessing to be here at the MGM Grand, to be forming on my first ever pay-per-view fight, to
against Manny.
Tremendous fight. You know, even without the outcome coming my way, I promised you guys that this would be one of the most exciting fights of the summer. You know,
and it was.
I truly miss the sport of boxing. You guys have no idea. And just me showing my grit, my wherewithal, and just really trying to make sure that I could put together some of the best fights. Of course, I wanted to win the fight. I fell short, but it was a blessing and a lesson, because we got to do a little bit more. We got to get our numbers back up. You know, I do know that I'm a true champion.
You'll be back, bud. You'll be back.
I've always been a true champion.
I'll give you that respect.
I will be back at the top of the sport of boxing, and you know, I mean, you gotta go with the flow. You gotta take the punches as they come, and you get knocked down.
That's what Manny did. Took the punches.
So, like I said, man, we're not going nowhere. We'll be back, and like I promised you guys, Keith, one time Thurman brings the best fights in the welterweight division, man. Fight me, baby. Fight me.
All right. Thank you very much, Keith. Great performance tonight.
He's getting a lot of respect.
And I appreciate everybody coming out.
A lot of respect, man. That's about all there is to that press conference. But he said all the right things. He did all the right things, and you got to see how humble Manny Pacquiao is, man. How often does people think the press? Not often. Not in this time frame. And he's even thinking the press. But just such an inspiration. He says he does it for his fans. He does it for his fans around the world, but in particular his fans in the Philippines. He gives all kinds of Filipinos hope, and there is so much hope to be had. So hopefully, you know, as a senator, he does great things. I know he will. I absolutely know he will. He already is doing it. He works, he lives, he performs for the people, and you gotta admire that. I know I admire it. And Thurman, you know, maybe when Manny Pacquiao retires, if ever, hopefully he never does until he you know, I mean, of course he will, but we don't like to talk about that or see it. Maybe when he does, if he does, maybe I'll root for you, Keith Thurman, because you gained a lot of respect, because you showed my man Manny Pacquiao a lot of respect. I know you said some hurtful things, but that's just part of the game. That's part of the head game. You just can't get in Manny Pacquiao's head. It just doesn't work. He's seen it all, heard it all, felt it all, did it all. So those are my thoughts, those are my feelings, those are my reactions. You let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment box. If you like the reaction, definitely hit that subscribe button. Recommend me something to react to down below. If you'll share, like it, that would be too. My little man said peace, so I'm going to say peace. Peace. Bye. Bye.